What's good, Commanders fans? The Washington Commanders have signed a linebacker, Duke Riley. He was at the workouts today, or he worked out with the other 13 players that worked out at Commanders Park right after Commanders practice today. He was drafted by Dan Quinn. He was a third round pick back in, what year was it? 2017, in the 2017 draft, so 8 years ago. It's a little while ago now. He is 31. You know, you see the timing with a lot of age here. A lot of guys are 31 years old. Terry's about to be 30, 31. Well, Bobby's well over his 30s, but it kind of adds to the elders to the team. You know, 31. And 31 is really not old. It's really not that old. I know in NFL years, people look at it like, oh my gosh, you're 31 years old. You're just so old. That's the way they're acting with Terry McLaurin when he's about to get his extension. But Duke Riley is 6'1", 227 pounds. He did go to LSU. Some people called him a one-hit wonder coming out of college because he did not produce much before his senior season, and that's fine. Some people do come on late and just are late bloomers. His senior year, because there's really not much to write home about in his college career. And talking about age, yeah, Jonathan Jones, I think he's 31. Trying to think who else is 31 on the team, but it doesn't really. I think Laramie Tunzel now is like 31 or something like that. It doesn't really matter. I don't care about the age thing. But his highest amount of tackles in his career is 60. He had 60 tackles in his sophomore season with the Atlanta Falcons, and he had 30 his rookie year. He had 55 in Philly in 2020. He had 14 in 2019 with the Eagles and 26 with Miami. 45 tackles in 2022 and 42 in 2023 with Miami, and then 11 tackles in 17 games in 2024. So it looks like he's more of a special teams guy, more of a special. I'm not going to call him a special teams ace. I'm not too sure if he is an ace on special teams or not, like Nick Ballore and Jeremy Reeves, guys like that. He did force a fumble in Philly in 2020, so he did do that. He did take the ball away. That's good, and had a couple fumble recoveries as well in his career. So you look at his snap count. Pass coverage, he allowed 116.7 passer rating allowed in 2024, which is pretty bad. 111.2 passer rating allowed in 2023, which is pretty bad as well. And then 2022, 104.9 passer rating allowed, which is pretty bad as well in 2022 completion. So he's pretty bad in coverage, statistical wise. Missed tackle percentage 8.3, which is pretty solid. So he does tackle. Some guys, they struggle to tackle out there like on Friday night. Carlin Vidger struggled to tackle. Dominique Hampton here and there. Tyler Owens missed a tackle on Travion Henderson. I get Travion Henderson as a dog. He's slippery. He's super quick and elusive. But you still gotta wrap up and tackle. But the majority of his snaps came on special teams in 2024. He played 84% of his snaps came on special teams. 4% of his snaps came on defense in 2024 with the Dolphins. 70% of his snaps came on special teams in 2023. 73% of his snaps came on special teams in 2022. So he is more of a special teams guy. But right now in the preseason, and I think this is a domino effect of Jordan Magee, and this is why they worked out so many linebackers. How injured is Jordan Magee? You know, how long is he going to be out for? You know, how serious is the injury? You know, they haven't announced what I don't think they've announced what the injury is. Like Dan Quinn is very close to the vest with that, especially with Noah Brown. They haven't really announced his injury much, and he's been in and out of the lineup. But I think Noah Brown may be more. I'm more optimistic with Noah Brown than I am with Jordan Magee because you know we don't really know. At least with Noah Brown, we've seen him out there running routes and doing that. You know, we haven't seen Jordan Magee really participate in anything the last couple of days. So it is, and then Brandon Coleman too. He walked off or he limped off the field the other day. So we know he's going to be out for the foreseeable future. There's no timeline that was given on that either, and that's why they brought an offensive lineman to work out. And then Lucas Niang tears his ACL. So definitely some question marks there with Jordan Magee in the linebacking core. Kane Madrano, he tried, but you know he's a rookie. He's still like a hybrid safety linebacker kind of guy. So he's a slimmer build. How big is Duke Riley as well? He is 6 feet, 232 pounds as well. But he's an athlete. He's an athlete and a half. His RAS score is really, 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 really good. Not going to call him an athletic freak, but he's an athlete and a half, man. He's an athlete and a half. Hold on, let me see. Let me see where he rated in his RAS score real quick before I wrap it up. Oh, also he's a rapper. He signed to Lil Wayne's Young Money Entertainment record label as well. He has a song called "Go Crazy." I did listen to some of his rap music, and it is what it is on his rap music. I'll just leave it at that. You guys can listen to it yourselves if you like. But he scored an 8.55 out of a possible 10 RES score, which is really, 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 really good. He was also named the MVP of his team in LSU his senior season. So that holds some merit there. He was invited to the Senior Bowl as well. So those are a couple of things that he did do well. He had 1.5 sacks his senior year in college as well. But like I said, this is 8 years ago now that he did. Yeah, he was named the team's MVP as well on that team. So that's pretty darn good, especially at LSU, man. That's really, really good at LSU to achieve that for sure. Let's see here. So his RAS score, he had a vertical leap of 34.5 inches, which is really good. A broad jump was elite with 8.79. Three-cone drill, 9.15, which was great. Short shuttle, 8.3 seconds, which was great. 40-yard dash was a 4.5 40-yard dash, which was elite. 20-yard split, elite. His 10-yard split was elite as well. Now, his height and weight were graded as poor. His bench press was 18 reps, which was poor, rated as poor as well. Explosiveness grade, which was good. But his athleticism score was an 81, which ranked first out of outside linebackers in the 2017 Combine. His total score, which was 72, which ranked first out of all outside linebackers in the 2017 Combine as well. So he's an athlete and a half. He's an athlete and a half. I'm not gonna say I'm intrigued by Duke Riley, but we'll see what happens with him. So the write-up about him is that he's not overly physical and his limitations could tie him to roles as either a will linebacker or in a 3-4 weak inside linebacker in a 3-4 or will in a 4-3. Could improve stock of pre-draft workouts, but would be surprising to see him taken inside of the first 3 rounds. So I guess it was surprising that Dan Quinn took him in the third round. One of those first 3 rounds. Strength got better as senior season progressed. Instincts and angles improved with more game experience. Had one of his better games against Alabama. Scouts impressed with improved play and consistency. Shows willingness to dart downhill and into the gaps to try and make a play in the backfield. Squares ball carry in center of his strike zone and fires from hips into the tackle with good wrap up. Shows decent acceleration in his pursuit after diagnosing. Able to open hips and run with long, loose strides in open field. Has clear eyes and processes mesh point quickly against zone read and play action. Gives early response to crossing routes in this area. Weaknesses is undersized and could have limited position flexibility, questionable play strength to take on blockers and constrict his gap. Only one season as a starter, gets in trouble when he sits and waits in the hole. Has to trigger downhill early to overcome limited size and athleticism. Gets caught in the second level trash in his pursuit. That's basically what we saw from Dom Hampton yesterday or Friday night. Needs to take better paths to the ball. Not a quick twitch linebacker. He has built up speed but lacks short area quickness to finish from challenging tackle angles. Foot quickness isn't good enough to match up against running backs coming out of the backfield. So this I'm not the biggest fan of this signing. Let's just be real here. I thought Nicholas Morrow would have been a better option. Really. Nicholas Morrow has done things in the NFL. He had a 100 tackle season. Now, I know tackles are not the end-all be-all, but I think this was kind of more of a familiarity signing here by Dan Quinn because he knows Duke Riley from drafting him years ago in the 3rd round. So that's just my thoughts on it, but we'll see how he shakes out in the preseason, and we'll see how it goes. You guys let me know what you guys think and what's your concern level with Jordan Magee. I see some people commenting in my previous video saying that they're already out on Jordan Magee. And I think it's just a little too early to give up on anybody in their second year. But I get the concerns. I do. I get the concerns about Jordan Magee with this injury because they haven't really announced what it is. And also they're signing guys because they know he's not going to come back. It looks like for the next game for sure. It was ETH Jamboy. He says, already gave up on Jordan Magee. He will injury plug player. So he had a typo in his comments. But I think he meant to say he will give injury plague player. He will be injury plague player. So we'll knock on wood on that. So All right, you guys. As always, Hail Commanders. Peace.